cherishing life, and then just cherishing, the people around you, your circle, because it's so hard to find solid people that you just resonate with, that you rock with, that got your back. So just cherishing life, your family, and then, your core people. Everything else is going to fall into line.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, what would you say, how has failure shaped you just in general?
Probably my resilience, because like I say, being an entrepreneur is not, too, like, it's a constant grind. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a constant grind, but we learn so much about ourselves, about finances. Well, I hope we do, financing, learning stuff that we were not taught in school, that we had to learn the hard way. I had to learn the hard way, because we're not taught how to manage a certain amount of money when you get to certain commas and stuff like that. We're not taught that, what I'm saying? So the money comes in and it goes.
Yes.
It's like, okay, now it's going back out, but you have to learn structure. You have to learn structure. You have to learn budgets, financing, like certain things you have to start putting into place so you can withstand and, make this money last and not just blowing it on stupid stuff.
And it may take a minute to actually get into that rhythm.
It will. Yeah. It's gonna take time. That's what I'm saying. It took 6 years to build my career up the way I did, to the magnitude that I did. And now I'm at the point where I'm completely starting all over, but my mindset is different now. So I don't even care about the extra. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about the extra stuff or what I had to, because I completely reverted my whole life. I completely downsized as far as my living expenses, completely changed my lifestyle, because I knew what was about to take place. So, a little sacrifice for the next come up.
I love that. So I know that you said earlier that you started to read some books. I'm assuming listen to podcasts. I'm getting
into a lot of more podcasts now.
What kind of books that you feel that other people should read that you have read?
A lot of self-help books. I've been into a lot of self-help books right now. Right now, I'm actually reading this book that I got from one of the therapists that work in the space with me. What's the name of it? I can give you the name and you can list it. But it's full of exercises that help you be your authentic self. And that's what from what I'm also realizing, a lot of people, because honestly, we all have a mask that we present to the world on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You have certain people you react with differently, and that's just what it is. But in this particular book, it's just solely around being your authentic self in that, in that essence of just owning who you are in that form, and then presenting that version of yourself to the world so that people can really resonate with you on that level. You know what I'm saying? And just not just trying to put on a facade or be in a certain type of way to try and fit in, or, try and, get into certain groups. Like, it's more so about, especially in the lane that we're going right now, a lot of people and kind of like leaning toward the authenticity of, the essence of people, because there's so much going on with the influencers and all the stuff and AI and everything else. People want authenticity. So that's what the people want. And so that's what I'm kind of like studying right now. Just zoning in on that a little bit more. So I'll give you the book to that. I'll give you her name, because she's a I think a psychotherapist, one of the two. I can't think of her actual title, but I just met her walking to the mailbox and she was like, yeah, I'm in this space right here and I have this book, try it out. And it's been like super informative.
So how did you get into psychotherapy just specifically?
So I'm not into psychotherapy, hypnotherapy.
Okay, hypnotherapy.
So this was during my whole little awakening process. And I was having a conversation with God, and I was like, okay, so what is this next phase of my life going to look like? And then I just started getting all of these downloads, and then all of these ads started popping up. And then I just started just seeing all of these. And once I moved into my next spot, I'm surrounded by therapists and hypnotherapists. And I'm like, so this is another download. This is another sign, just giving you, because God give us signs and downloads when we're listening, when we cut out the extra noise. And I was like, and I started researching it, and I was like, this is dope. I was like, and then I had my first session. I had a session, and I was like, okay, this is something that can really start to help people, because I've seen that it helped me. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to tap into that avenue of things. So that's kind of like how I fell into it. The same with the life coaching. Like, I was just, directing how I saw my next life, my next phase of life for the most part. But I just gave up all control. I surrendered all of my control and just let God just give me the downloads. And once he started giving me the downloads, I started, planning and putting stuff together on what I saw it looking like. And I just, like I say, I gave up all my control. Because it's, we have to surrender our goals for what God actually has planned for our life. And then once we do that, everything starts to align. Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming on the show.
Of
We
course,
truly
of
appreciate
course.
you being open.
Congrats on your podcast. Congrats on, what you're doing.
Yeah,
and,
thank
the whole staff. I know we missing one person, but like what
Yeah.
y'all doing is dope. Like, and I love the authenticity that y'all are bringing to the podcast space
Yeah,
and the
thank you.
different aspects. Because you're a barber,
Yeah.
you're a realtor. I don't know what my girl does, but I love the dialogue that y'all have going on.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, no doubt.
We're rooting for you. Congratulations on your new adventures.
Thank you.
You got this. I know that you can be successful. And I
Yes.
cannot wait to see what God has for you. So
Love it.
yes. So ATL committee gather